Okay. Well, I got to respond to make sure that nothing gets left out of this and there's no questions. So, well, hello everybody. Welcome back. Josh here with Josh's Lawn and Landscape. As you can see, I'm in the shop and I am responding to a recent comment from another YouTuber. I'm going to tag them in the video so they can check this one out. And that is Little Valley Farm. And it's in response to a comment that was made on a previous video of mine regarding the park brake adjustment on the 1025R tractor. So let me turn the camera around and then I'll discuss some additional research and what I did to verify what I'm going to discuss in this video. So here we go. Okay, y'all, so here is my 1025R, and in a previous video I did about the park brake adjustment on this because mine would not hold. You could set it, and if it was on a little bit of an incline or something, it would want to roll, or if you started to push on the gas, it was almost like the brake wasn't on. So I did a video on the adjustment, and it's been about a year ago, and I had a gentleman or a person, individual, sorry, don't know if it's a man or woman. So, but I had another YouTuber respond and say that do not do the adjustment this way because you could damage your tractor and it wouldn't be covered under warranty, stuff like that. So, one or two comments back and forth, and they're basically saying that it would damage the differential. So, did not want to leave information out there that was false or anything like that. So, I went by my local John Deere dealer and spoke with the service manager on this, and I have a printout here, and I'm going to go over that and just do a couple of quick things to show you about this. So I initially want to say that to this person's point, again, the channel is Little Valley Farm. Appreciate the comment, appreciate the discussion. It is possible to cause damage to the differential if you over adjust the brake. But this is how you adjust it, and I will show a diagram from the dealer and then discuss a little check just to make sure when you're done doing the adjustment that you check this. So here is the diagram. It's kind of split up, but this is, in my previous video, the jam nut, and I think they call this a turnbuckle. So you would loosen the jam nut, and then you would turn this turnbuckle in a manner that these two shafts, they're threaded on the ends into this, so that you would turn them so that it basically pulls them together. And once you do that, it pulls this forward, which in turn goes back and goes through a bracket that is connected to the differential in the back. So it comes back and comes through in a slot in this bracket. And that is right here, this bracket right here going down, and then this is the rod coming back right there, turns and goes through, has a Carter pin that locks it, and you can see it's slotted, goes all the way back here, all the way up here. So that is what's on this diagram right here. So to my point, this is the correct place to make the adjustment. The previous video, what I did not mention, nothing in that video is incorrect. Simply added detail or a check, as I've got noted here, is just to check where this rod goes through the bracket that I just showed you. And after discussing it with the dealer, or the service manager, excuse me, he said the only thing is to make sure that this is not contacting the bracket and applying any pressure. So as this adjustment should be to where it's just before touching the front of this slot that it's in this bracket. Because sometimes it may be way back here and you push the brake and it goes halfway, the pedal could go halfway down before it contacts the bracket, because this rotates and pushes in here, which is connected to the differential, and basically applies an internal brake to keep the tractor from moving. So just make sure, you'll have to have somebody watch this and make sure that you have just a little bit of play, that this rod is not making contact with the front of the slot in this bracket and applying any pressure with the brake released. So just release the brake. You can have somebody go back there and watch and just see that once you start to apply the brake, that there is just the least little amount of some movement or play in that rod there at that slot. So just wanted to cover that and make sure that I put that out there and add to my previous video. So go back and watch it. I went back and watched it, and again, this was just something that I left out, is to make this check. So the adjustment is correct in the video, but you have to make sure to do this check, and then so that you don't over adjust it. It's just like over tightening the brakes on a car. It can cause a failure in a brake shoe or brake pad, and then you would be causing internal damage to the differential. So again, Little Valley Farm, thank you for the comment, the discussion. You are correct in that you can damage the differential, but that is in the case that you over adjust the brake. So if you make sure to do this check, if you're having trouble with your park brake not holding, they might not have been adjusted properly from the factory or something of that nature. Just something you can check. Make sure to check it, and that will make sure that your parking brake is working properly. So I wanted to put that out there. Again, thank you to, once again, Little Valley Farm for bringing that up. Something to have me do a little more research and check on it. So it is the correct adjustment with the jam nut and turnbuckle up here. From my last video, just make sure you do the check so that this is not applying any pressure and that you have a little bit of play from this rod to the front edge of the slot that it's in that bracket. So again, hopefully this is helpful. And again, I'm going to tag Little Valley Farm in this one, and hopefully I'll get some more feedback. Y'all let me know y'all's thoughts. And as always, appreciate the support. Thank you. And I want to just say, as I normally do, y'all be safe, be kind, be blessed, and catch you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.